Now we are starting our new topic, electronic configuration. The arrangement of electrons in different orbits. First we identify the arrangement of electrons, and after that we discuss about the filling of electrons in these shells. The shells begin from the center and gradually move outward. Means first shell is near to the nucleus, then second shell, third, fourth, five and sixth and seventh shell. There are total of seven shells in maximum in all the atoms on all elements. Okay. Now, so K shell will always have the minimum energy which is near to the nucleus. Similarly, L shell is a little away from the nucleus and it has higher energy than the K shell. The outermost shell will have maximum energy. Now, it is important to understand the distribution and arrangement of electrons in the atoms of any element in the different energy levels. Okay, now atom of any element is most stable when it has minimum energy. An atom will first fill the lowest energy level so as to attain the state of minimum energy. It means in any or every type of atom, electrons are filling from lowest energy level to the highest energy level. And when electron enter the K shell, they first completely fill the K shell and after that electron will start filling in L shell. Okay. Now the electrons will fill the higher energy level, therefore electrons will first fill K shell, then L shell, M and N and so on. Okay. In this figure you will see that nucleus containing 3 protons and 4 neutrons. Okay, 3 protons and 4 neutrons. It means it has 3 electrons. The first 2 electrons are filled in the K shell having maximum capacity of 2 electrons. Okay, and the remaining third electron is entered in the second shell because it do not accommodate in the first shell. Okay, now according to the postulate of Neil Bohr, electrons revolve around the nucleus of an atom in a predictable pathway named orbits. Neil Bohr identified the path of electron called orbit, and these are identified by the letters K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, so on. The arrangement of distribution of electrons in different orbits was given by Bohr and Bury. The arrangement of electrons in different shells and subshells is known as electronic configuration of the particular element. In this class, we are studying only the arrangement or electronic configuration of elements in shells. But in higher classes, you will study about the electronic configuration of electrons in subshells. Okay? Electronic configuration diagram represents the elements in the ground state or excited state or stable state, but we are only discuss about the stable state. There are set of rules for the distribution of electron in different orbits. Rule number 1. Maximum number of electrons present in a particular shell is calculated by the formula 2n square, where n represents the number of shells. For example, if you are filling the electron in first shell or you have to find the maximum number of electrons in first shell, then applying the formula 2n square, you will get 2n 1 square equal to 2 electrons. Similarly, for the second shell, it will give you 2 square 4, 2 for the 8 equals to 8 electrons. And for third shell, 3 square 9, 2 9 are 18 electrons. This formula helps to calculate the maximum number of electrons that an orbit can accommodate. And for this formula 2n square, you have to calculate the maximum number of electrons in all the shells. Okay? Now, Rule number 2. The maximum capacity to hold electrons in outermost shell is 8, which you have already studied according to the rule of octet rule. Third rule. The electrons will fill the inner shells before the outer shells. Means the shell nearer to the nucleus fill first, then the remaining ones. First electron will fill the K shell, and then after complete filling of K shell, electrons will move on L shell, and after the complete filling of L shell, move on to the M, N, and so on. Thus, electronic configuration of elements follows as the ascending order. Okay? Now, here I am giving you the example of some elements, so that after that you have to find the electronic configuration of other elements as identified by your teacher. Helium. Atomic number of the element is 2. The total number of electrons present in helium is 2. And the maximum number of electrons in K shell first orbit is 2. Therefore, shell needed 1 electron first orbit. Okay? Only K shell is occupied. Helium have only 1 shell. Okay? As seen in the diagram. Now, second is lithium. Having atomic number 3 means 3 electrons, 3 protons and 3 neutrons. And to fill these 3 electrons, the maximum number of electrons accumulated in the K shell will be 2, and the remaining 1 electron is moved to the next shell, L shell. So the total number of shells required is 2. Okay? Shell number 1, 2 electrons, shell number 2, 1 electron. Now, oxygen. The atomic number of element is 8, having 8 electrons. To filling the 8 electrons, you first fill 2 electrons in the K shell. After complete filling of K shell, you will start filling second shell. First, second, third, 4, 5, 6. The second orbit will accommodate rest of the 6 electrons because it has a maximum capacity of 8 electrons, and remaining electrons are 6. So oxygen will be 2, 6. Therefore, the total number of shells required is 2. First shell and second shell. Now, in this example, chlorine atom having electron atomic number is 17 and having 17 electrons. Now start filling according to the previous example. First, fill K shell with the 2 electrons. Then second orbit will fill up to 8 electrons. How many electrons you have filled? 10 electrons. What about the remaining electrons? Good. 7 electrons are remaining. It means you have to use the third shell. So, third shell will accommodate rest of the 7 electrons left because it has the maximum capacity of 18 electrons. So, chlorine will be 2, 8, 7. Therefore, the total number of shells required for chlorine filling is 3 shells. 17 electrons, 3 shells. Okay? Now, argon. Having atomic number 18. The maximum number of electrons accumulated in K is 2. Third shell L will be 8. Complete fill, and after that the third orbit will fill up to 18 electrons and it will accumulate left electrons of the element. So it has the electronic configuration of 288. So it also required 3 shells. Got it? Now, use of electronic configuration. It helps to understand the structure of periodic table with respect to each element. It also helps in understanding and explanation of the chemical bond between the atoms. It also explains the different properties and peculiar properties of the certain elements. For example, electronic configuration explains the reason of unique property of lasers, semiconductors, metals, metalloids, and non-metals, and also behavior of solids, liquids, and gases. Importance of electronic configuration. Electronic configuration is very important and the basic part of the understanding chemistry. For higher chemistry, the base will be electronic configuration. It forms the basis of the periodic table. Additionally, stability of the atom, ion, orbital depend upon the electronic configuration of the element. It also helps us to understand the arrangement of element in different period and groups, nature of bonding, nature of compound, nature of formula, chemical formula formation. All these are requirements for the basics of electronic configuration. Okay, now you have to find the electronic configuration of given elements according to your provided by your teacher. Like neon having atomic number 10, sodium atomic number 11, chlorine atomic number 17, phosphorus atomic number 15, potassium atomic number 19, titanium atomic number 20, magnesium 12, argon 18. Okay, now complete all these electronic configuration or others provided by your teacher. And next is atomic number 626, iron element. Fill the electrons according to K, L, M, N and O shell. Okay, rubidium atomic number 37, molybdenum atomic number 42, and so on. Okay, so fill all these elements according to your atomic number and share with your teacher. Thank you.